the car's probably thinking I'm filming them.
What are these guys doing?
No,
it's for YouTube. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's Brady. We're doing something new. I'm here with the man, Chris Boyette, and this is the ABCs of
The car business.
Let's go for a ride, Chris.
Let's go.
All right, Chris, pulling out the parking lot. So tell me a little bit about you. A lot of people know the Benoit name, but Chris Boyette, why should they trust what you're about to say?
Well, let me jump out of this traffic real quick here.
Yeah, be safe.
So we don't die trying to film
We have
and
good
drive.
insurance, though.
Yes.
By the way, we're in the Expedition King Ranch.
Beautiful truck. Boy, it rides good.
It does.
So I've been in the car business now for a little over 20 years. Started off selling cars. And then kind of left from there, went into business on my own, had my own car lot, got real heavy into the wholesale business, buying and selling cars from dealers, buying one from a dealer and selling it to another dealer. And then got an opportunity to be a part of this with Jason and, become a new car franchise dealer. And it's always been a dream of mine just to bring full transparency to the car business. I even thought about opening up a little business years ago whenever I was doing just wholesale and, offering to people, say, hey, look, if you come to me, I'll go negotiate your whole car deal for you. You know what I mean? And say, hey, let me take all the BS that people don't like about the car business and I'll go handle it for you type thing, So I'd like to do this just to answer questions. Eventually I'd love to maybe one day get to this where we could do it live, where people could call in or whatnot, but just bring transparency to the car business and make the car business fun again.
Yeah. A little bit about me. I'm not in the car business. I do all the videos for a lot of people and a lot of things, and Benoit Motors is one. So I'm one of those people that don't know about the car business, the ins and outs, so I got questions myself. But so you posted on your Facebook some of these questions, and I love people's honest responses. And so let's tackle a couple of these. We're gonna make this kind of short, so let's tackle some of them. What we got?
So here's the first one. I'm gonna try to read and drive here.
Why do dealerships have salesmen?
Yeah. Why do dealerships have salesmen?
That's a good question.
I love it. It's such a double-edged sword because one of the number one complaints I get as a sales manager, if you will, is, well, I've been outside and nobody came to talk to me.
Right.
So you pick your poison.
Yeah.
I got to go talk to this guy who knows all about this car, or, nobody's here to help me. It's kind of funny. But, the whole purpose of a salesperson is, of course, to answer any questions, to go over the vehicle from top to bottom, and make sure that you're looking at the right vehicle that would fit your needs, whether it be, hey, I need a vehicle that tows X amount of pounds, or I need a vehicle that'll seat X amount of children,
right,
or whatever the case may be. So we're looking at the best vehicle that will fit your needs the best.
Right, and we're not just, and salesmen aren't there just for the sell, but after the sell as well. So you can call them, schedule your maintenance, all that.
Absolutely.
So they're there for after the sell too.
That's right.
I know that one. All right, so let's talk about profit for a second.
Sure, absolutely.
So this is a good one.
And that's kind of where the guy's question goes, if you can't do any better than sticker, then why would you have any salespeople? But go ahead with your question.
All right, so I know a couple years ago, MSRP went crazy. Me and Jason actually did some podcast about this. So on MSRP, if you sell it for sticker, is there profit for the business, or what is the profit for the business? And all this bonus cash and cash back and dealer holdback. So in layman's terms, so people like me and other people can understand, what does all that stuff mean?
So to answer your question is everybody says, well, how much markup, how much is generally it's around 5%. Okay. That's a general basis. So if you can imagine, let's start at the bottom end of the spectrum, a lesser expensive car, something that would be $20,000 to $25,000 MSRP.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it's probably $200 to $300 to $400 between the MSRP to the actual invoice price of the car. Okay.
Okay.
Now you mentioned something about holdback. That is normally a 1% to 3%, depending on the manufacturer, additional markup that is in the invoice as well. And it's clearly stated on the invoice. If you ask your dealer, say, hey, where's the holdback? He should be able to point it to you right away. Okay?
Okay.
And on a car like that, you can do the math. You know, a $25,000 car, it's another couple $100. Now let's go to the top end of the spectrum, like a $95,000 diesel pickup truck. You know, something more common as opposed to
Stuff that
some
we
exotic
like.
car. You know.
Yeah.
The diesel pickup truck, if you do the math, you know, at 5%, it's about $5,000. Okay? And then you have your holdback of another 1 to 3%, so anywhere from another $1,000 to $2,000 or so of additional markup that the dealer will receive. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. Okay.
But you also mentioned like rebates and dealer cash, and one of the gentlemen.
Yeah. Why can't the cash back just put it to where it lowers the cost?
It absolutely has. It's so funny that somebody asked this, and I kind of was like, wow, because we talk about this in some of our sales meetings. Is I've been doing this 20 years, and not one time have I wrote a check back to the customer for the rebate. Not once. It's always, if the price is $50,000 and it's got a $5,000 rebate, well, now the selling price is $45,000. It just comes off the selling price. Now, as a customer, that is your cash. You can opt to do whatever you want with it. If you want to get the $5,000 check cut back to you, well, the selling price would remain at the $50,000, and then you can get your money cash back. It's your cash to do whatever you so choose.
Gotcha. All right. So back in the day when I was telling you with COVID and all that, it was MSRP.
If not more.
A lot more. I saw some of those prices that those trucks were going for. But right now, it's not COVID. Where are cars now? Are there true... I mean, because I just saw y'all did advertise, I think, $10,000 off F-150 or something like that.
Yeah.
So there is below MSRP.
Absolutely. We're back to normal. What has happened is the supply and demand has caught back up. The supply has gotten where dealers have a bunch of stuff on their lot. They're paying heavy interest rates, what the interest rates are, to keep those goods, and they need to get rid of them. So the discounts are there. They are there, and they are huge. Probably more than they've been, definitely more than they've been in the past 2 or 3 years.
Gotcha. Okay. So there are deals, and plus the factory interest rates are coming.
On new cars, I've seen stuff 0%, 1.9. It just depends on the exact vehicle you're looking at and the exact manufacturer. Everybody's got something because they need to push them to get them out the door.
Gotcha.
They're making them quicker than we can sell them.
So come buy a car. Car lots are getting full.
What about
this? There we go.
See? Ask and you shall receive.
I forgot about this old sunroof. So let's go back some more.
One more.
There we go. All right. There. That's better. All right. So trade-in. That was one of the questions. And I know because I do trade vehicles in, I don't take the time to try to sell them myself. It's just easier just to... And so you go to KBB, what everybody loves. You go, and they come in demanding, well, this is what KBB says about my trade-in. Why is it always lower, or why is it higher at some dealerships or lower at others?
Specifically KBB, you know, it's so funny, as the classic line you always hear, well, KBB said my car's worth this. Well, did you call KBB and see if they were going to give you a check for it? KBB, just like everything out there, is a guide. You know, we have NADA, we have Kelly Blue Book, there's some stuff AccuTrade out there. You know, you've heard maybe people talk about MMR for Manheim Market Report. It's all basically a guide, is to tell us roughly, hey, somewhere in this area is what the vehicle would possibly be worth. NADA is more of a hard, hey, we use this because at the end of the day, this is what the bank is going to use. This is what to allow or give us a dollar amount that they'll actually finance the next customer on, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
So it's all basically kind of a guide, and your number possibly, you know, it should be close depending on, you know, where you go. But at the end of the day, if a dealer's paying a little bit more for it, maybe they have a customer for it. Maybe they needed some four-wheel drive pickup trucks on their used car lot, you know. Another thing that a lot of people, big misconception, is they say, okay, well, what if they're over allowing? What if the actual cash value of my car is $20,000 but Jim Bob's Auto Sales says he's going to give me $23,000. But Jim Bob didn't discount the vehicle that I'm looking at, so he probably put some of that discount into the value of my trade to make my numbers look good.
Gotcha. So it's just wiggling numbers.
Pretty much.
I gotcha.
What you need to mainly look at is if you're comparing the exact same car between two different dealers, is all that would matter would be your trade difference, which is the selling price minus what they're going to give you for your trade, that number right there. Everything after that, tax, title, and license, it'll all be the exact same.
It's all the same.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense. So the dealer who you're going to may just put money somewhere else to make it. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. And it could go the other way. Keep that in mind. If the actual cash value of your vehicle is $20,000 and they're going to tell you, hey, we'll give you $18,000. Well, that $2,000 that they just scooped or held, whatever the terminology you want to use, is profit for the dealer. They're actually giving you the 20, but on paper they're only going to show you the 18. So that's another $2,000 profit there.
All right, that's making sense. All right, I kind of liking this ABCs of the automobile industry because again, guys like me, we buy cars. We don't. I know there's a generation that looks at every single line item.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not one of those guys.
No.
I'm like, this is what I want. This is what I want. I know that you're supposed to look at the total
I'm the
sale of
world's
the car.
worst. I don't care what the price is. I deal with the price and negotiation all day long. Just service me. Take care of me after the fact. Take care of me when I walk in the door. Treat me like a king, and I don't care what the price is.
Yeah. There's a generation that feels like that too. So I'm all about after the sale. If I need something, like I just bought another truck from you guys, and I needed some work done, and so I just called you. You set me up with somebody, and so I appreciate that type of stuff, and that's something that that your monthly note you don't even think about sometimes because the after sale. So, anything else you want to say about this one for this first episode?
I think that's good. You know, if anybody can come up with any more questions, please give one of us a message, and we'll try to catch them up in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Facebook, Chris Boyette, he posted on there, so I would love it. Man, that'd be awesome. We got 100 comments where we could just keep nailing these things out. So looking to do this a little more than once a month, and so I'm excited. It's going to be good.
Absolutely.
All right, good riding with you.
You too, buddy.